Hello, welcome to this presentation on VW Basic. In the last tutorial, we saw some basic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We also saw some comparison operators like greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and stuff like that. And we also saw the not equal to operator. In this tutorial, we'll see about the other operators that are there. So let's start with something simple. So assume that you have two variables and you want to create an if condition where you compare both variables. In the previous example, we were seeing that we were actually just comparing one variable, that a is greater than 10 or something like that. Say you want to compare both a and b, that is, you want the condition to be true when a is greater than 10 and b is greater than 10. How would you do that? For that, VW Basic has an operator called as an AND operator. So when you put an AND in the if statement, so you are basically saying if a is greater than 10 and b is greater than 10, then print true. So let's see what happens when we run this. So you can see that the output is true. It's printing this because a was greater than 10 and b is greater than 10. So let's make b equal to 1, which means that this condition will fail. This condition will be true, but this condition will fail. Let's see what happens when we run it. The output is false because the AND condition expects both the left and right to be true. Only then it will become true. But here what is happening is this condition is true because this is 200. 200 is greater than 10, but 1 is not greater than 10. So that's the reason this is failing and we're getting a false. So AND operator does this. Similarly, there is also an OR operator where either this or this becomes true, the output will be true. So let me run this. Now you can see the output is true, which means that this is true, but this is false. But because we have an OR condition here, this or this, if it becomes true, the output will be true. So this is how an OR operator works. If I make a equal to 2, now this will fail and this will fail, which means that both will fail. Because both are failing, OR operator will also fail. So you'll get false. For an OR operator to be true, either the left or the right conditions should be true. For an AND, both should be true. So this is for AND and OR. So this is how you can use AND operator and OR operator in the condition. So you can also use parenthesis. You can also do something like this. Parenthesis is extremely useful in enforcing precedence. Precedence is the order in which it happens. Say for example, you can do this, and you can also say, you can do something like this, and you can say and a is less than 100. So in this condition, what we are doing is a little more complicated condition. So what we are basically saying is, if a is greater than 10 or b is greater than 10 and a is less than 100, only then you have to print true. So when I run this, it says false because both are there. So now let's make this into 200 and this is 100. So when I run this, it will still say false. The reason is a is greater than 10. This is true because it's 200. This is also true. Both are true. The OR condition will also result a true. After the true condition comes, then we are ANDing it with this condition. A is less than 100, but this becomes false. Even though this condition is true, because this condition is false, the result is false. So if I make it into say 80, then what will happen? This will become true as well as this will become true, and the AND condition will succeed. So now it says true. So this is how you can mix and match complicated AND and OR conditions with parentheses. Now let's look at a few more operators. Let me say print a. Now if you want to actually add some value to the variable a, you can actually do a equal to a plus 10. Run. So you might wonder how this is working. What actually is happening here is that the value 80 is getting loaded. You're adding 10 to 80, which is 90, and then you're storing the result back into the same variable called as a. So this is very interesting. So what we are doing is we are not using a different variable here, we are using the same variable. So we are having a equal to 80 and we are saying a equal to a plus 10. Here we are using just one variable to increment it. So you can also do other things. So a equal to a into 10 means it will multiply. You can also say a equal to a minus 10. So it will be 70, and you can also divide it by 10. So this is how you can actually modify a variable. There is a shortcut for this also. So you can also do something like, for example, when you have a equal to a plus 10, when you run it, you get 90, right? So you can actually have, there is another operator where you can actually use plus in the equal to itself. You can say a plus equal to 10. So this and this are equivalent statements. So when I run it, you'll see that it's actually adding. So when I run this, you'll see that a plus equal to 10 is equivalent of a equal to a plus 10. Similarly, you can also have a minus equal to 10. You can run it, it will now subtract the value in a. So basically what is happening is that whatever value is there in a is getting subtracted by 10. So you can also have multiply, and you can also do divide. So all the standard operators work here. There is, say you want to just increment it by 1, so it becomes 81. So there is an even shorter method to do this. So that is called a plus plus operator. When you do a plus plus, what actually happens is it increments whatever value is in a. When we run this, now it becomes 81. So if you look at it, this is same as a plus equal to 1, which is same as a equal to a plus 1. All the three statements are exactly the same, but this is a shorthand way of doing it. So you'll actually see that increment operator is useful in things like loops and other places. You can also use the decrement operator, which is a minus minus, which will basically decrement the value by 1. So this is the decrement operator. So you have increment operator and decrement operator. In this tutorial, we saw the AND and OR logical operations. We also saw how to use the increment, decrement operators. We also saw how to use operators while assigning values. So in the next tutorial, we'll be looking into loops.